Hi, my name is Darcy Widener. I am the Information Systems Manager for Rantoul City Schools. Today I'm going to show you how to register your returning student online in Skyward for the next school year. First, we're going to go to the rcs137.org website, which you can see on my computer. I'm already here. I'm going to scroll down and click on the button that says Registration and New Student. Since we are talking about returning students today, we're going to scroll down here to this part of the screen that says returning students and new kindergartners that have siblings at RCS. This is where you would log in. You would just click on this Skyward Family Access link. We're going to go ahead and put in our login and password. Now, if you have forgotten your login or your password, you can just click this link here, and it will take you to a screen to put in your email address or username. It will email you a reset link. If you have changed your email since the last time you logged into Skyward, then you will need to contact me directly so I can give you further instructions. But hopefully you still have the same email address and you can just click on this link and reset it yourself. So I have entered my login and my password. I'm going to go ahead and click sign in. And I can see on here the first couple things that I see on my screen. On the left-hand side, I see new student online enrollment and returning student online registration for 2021. If you have a child that you need to register for kindergarten who would be brand new to our district, and maybe like if my son Kyle, if we had a younger child that I needed to register that had never been to RCS before, I would just click on that new student online enrollment link and I could enroll a sibling there. I don't have another sibling, so all I have is Kyle, and I can proceed with the returning student online registration for him. If you did have multiple children in our school district, up at the top here, you could click a drop-down box that would show all of your students' names that are enrolled at Rantoul City Schools. I only have the one, so only one child pops up here. I'm going to go ahead and click this box here that says Returning Student Online Registration. Again, it's going to show me all my kids that I have in the school district that I need to register. I only have Kyle, so if I had multiple kids, they would all be listed here. So I'm going to click on Kyle's name and I'm going to begin the process. So a few things to note here is that on the right-hand side, these are all of your steps that you have to go through for online registration. And so right now it shows, it's highlighted that we are on step 1A, which is student information. So what we need to do is we just need to look at this screen, make sure everything looks correct on this screen. If it does, I'm just going to hit complete step 1A to move to step 1B. If anything needs to be changed, I could change it here, but everything looks good, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit submit and complete. And you can tell once I did that, it provided me with a green check mark here to show that I have completed that step. And you want to make sure that all the way down this list, you get all green check marks. So the next is for family address. If you move, what you can do is you can put in your new street address. It will have to be approved. So you could change this. So I'm going to change this to 1100 Falcon Drive as my new address. And then I'm going to go ahead and click complete step 1B to proceed to step 1C. Once I'm done here, it will take me to the next step. You can see where that step 1B is now complete. Now we're on the next step with my family information. Has all my information here. It looks good. My home email address. Everything looks great. So I'm going to go ahead and complete this step. Now I'm looking at, do I need to add any critical information for my child? Do I want to add any of this information here? If not, if everything looks good, we're just going to complete that step and move on to the next. Emergency contacts. All of this looks good. I don't need to add any. You could add another emergency contact if you needed to. Or let's just say we wanted to flip the order and we wanted, Dad to be number 1 and me to be number 2. Then I'm just going to click that and hit save. I could delete somebody if I wanted to by clicking this button. But everything right now looks good for me on this screen, so I'm going to go ahead and hit complete step 1. This section here is for you to add any health problems, any allergy notes, any medication notes, all kinds of things. I don't have any notes that I need to add, so I'm just going to leave this the way it is and click move on to the next section. This section is the sign off for computer use, acceptable use policy, and our handbook sign off. So on this screen, what you want to do is you want to read this information, and for each section you have to click on that you accept the terms and conditions. So I've read this. I'm going to go ahead and click yes. I'm going to scroll down to internet, and actually I'm going to view full screen because I couldn't really read it very well. So I clicked view full screen. So now I can actually scroll up and down. So now I'm going to hit internet acceptable use. I've read yes. And I know that the handbook is located online for me to read. So I'm going to click yes. Unfortunately, our database would not let us choose between English or Spanish. So we had to put both. So you will have to answer the questions again here. If you answered yes at the top here, then you need to just go ahead and answer yes here as well. They're the same exact thing. Then I need to put in my signature and today's date. And I'm going to go ahead and exit full screen again. And I'm going to go ahead and complete this step to move on to step 3. So I was having trouble with my verify Skyler information there, so I was not able to complete that. You will not have that problem. What it wants you to do in that area is it wants you to review that how you're going to get contacted through Skyler. Your email address is correct. If you want text messaging, you would scroll down to the bottom and put your cell phone number in that area to get text alerts. You just need to review everything on that screen. I apologize. There looks like it was a little bit of an error on my end, so I wasn't able to do that. Now I'm going to go on to the daily transportation form, and I know that my child is going to be a bus rider, so I'm going to hit walker, no, car rider, no, RCS bus rider, yes, daycare provider, no, and I'm going to go ahead and sign it again with my name and the current date. And I'm going to proceed to the next step. And of course it's going to tell me that this information is not complete because I could not complete the verify Skyler information, which you should not have any problems with. And it does state up here that because I put in a new address change, that there is pending approval by the district for this. So what that means is you will need, if you put in a new address change, you will need to either scan or take a picture of your new Rantoul utility bill or your new lease, and you will need to email that to me so we can get that approved. And my email address is dwidener@rcs137.org. And so that's DWIDENER@rcs137.org. Once this is complete, you'll want to make sure that you click on this button at the bottom that says Submit Returning Online Registration, and it will go ahead and submit that to our district to show that you have been approved. And I'll show you on our website, right down here, there's a picture here of what it would look like. You would have all green check marks, and you would hit this Submit Online Registration button right here, because you can see we completed all the steps. Submit that, and then you're done with registration. Again, I've got, if you put in a address change request, here's the email address that you would need to send that to. So if you have any problems or questions, you can always contact me. That concludes today's tutorial. Thank you very much.